I'm back. I'm back to sitting on the floor telling a story. Back to who I really am. Back to being a storyteller. Something that over the last 4 to 5 months I completely forgot about. Because ever since I had to come back to Canada, and there's this whole potential cancer thing, and this everything that came with it of renewing the medical card and all the issues with that, renewing the pet driver's license, finding a place to stay, finding a job, finding an online job, finding a new place to stay because the other place, the lease for that ran out, and having to plan going back to Nicaragua and having to struggle with the new online job and searching for another potentially new online job if this one doesn't work out, and studying for another future potential online job while, planning to get married and planning to help my girlfriend immigrate to Canada. And it's just like the list never ends. It just kept going and going and going. And I was so focused on that I lost myself. And I think it's also partly because of the new relationship. I'm not blaming the relationship and I'm not blaming my girlfriend. It's completely my fault because I was, so focused on the relationship and everything that came with it and all the goals and all the struggles that came from it. Not from the relationship itself, just, everything I just described that kind of went along in order to make that happen. That I was so focused on that I forgot who I was, that I forgot that storytelling is such a huge part of my life. And because of all that, because of everything that's going on, and all the stress and this inability to remember who I really am and why I'm really doing this, caused me to kind of fall in this state of, I don't want to say necessarily depression, because I wouldn't say I'm depressed, I'm just not happy. Or rather, I wasn't until I remembered who I was. And it just felt like things kept piling on and piling on and piling on. And especially this morning, like it hit me harder than usual. I don't know why. And I just woke up and felt like crap. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for a walk. Even though it's kind of raining, I'm just going to go walk, relax, kind of clear my head and everything. And unlike usual, didn't help. I was just walking and feeling like crap. It was cold, it was raining. And I just, started talking with a friend of mine. And I was just, basically bitching, just sharing what I was going through and everything. And for most of the conversation, she was, trying to help and everything. And he's like, you got to believe in yourself and all those things. And it's like, I knew she was right. But because of the mental state that I was in, I simply could not seem to get out of that. Just like I haven't been able to for the last couple months. And it just, the pressure kept building and the stress kept increasing. And it just kept piling on and piling on. And we ended up like talking for a couple hours, like not on the phone, but just like texting, sending more voice messages back and forth and stuff like that. And it got to the point where I forget how we got to that, but basically I was encouraging her to share her story more openly because, she has a very inspiring story. And I was just reminding her, like, your story is really powerful. It can help a lot of people. And through that, it reminded me, wait, storytelling is a huge part of my life. And I put that aside. It's like, no wonder I've been unhappy lately. No wonder I've been so stressed because I've been doing all these things and I haven't realized why I was doing it. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm doing it because I need to do it. I'm doing it because that's the obstacle in front of me that I need to overcome. I'm not doing it because I want to do it. I'm not doing it because I enjoy doing it. I'm not doing it because I have an end goal in mind. I mean, yes, okay, I am because, it's going to allow me to be with my girlfriend and build a life together, which is amazing. But it's just like it's not as motivating to me because it's outside of myself. And even though I love her and even though I want to build a life, it's just I needed that reminder of I need to do this for me. And who am I? I'm a storyteller. That is who I am. That is what I do. And I forgot that. And now that I was reminded that, it's just like everything makes sense. It's like from a storytelling perspective, this is going to make a way better story. Because, I'm going through all these struggles and everything. It's like without those valleys, the peaks don't have the same impact in storytelling. Like it doesn't matter how victorious the final battle is and the fact that the main character wins if there wasn't struggle to get there. It's that struggle, it's that strife, it's that pain, it's those like real deep painful emotions that make storytelling more interesting. Even though in the moment it sucks, it makes the story so much better. It's like being reminded of who I am. The fact that I need to experience this. I need to live the story in order to be able to tell it later on. And the fact that I'm struggling, the fact that it sucks, the fact that I hate it makes the story so much more powerful in the end when I finally do get to tell it. That that is what allows me to move on. That is what motivates me. That is what makes me who I am. Without that, I'm just what I've been for the last 4 to 5 months. I've just been overstressed, overworked, unhappy, forcing myself to do things without really knowing why, just because I had to do it. And that's just not the way that I want to go through life. And being reminded of this just completely changed everything. And, I know that, now I'm feeling good. Everything is great. But I know it's not going to last. I know I'm going to go back and I'm going to wake up and I'm not going to want to go to work. And I'm going to get on calls with clients and they're not going to close and I'm going to feel like crap. It's just part of the journey. But now that I remember, I'm a storyteller. This is what I do in order to do what I am meant to do. I need to live the story, and it's going to suck, and that's okay. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what this means exactly, how I'm going to get back in storytelling, but just being reminded of it has made a huge difference already. So, I'm back. I don't know what that means, but I'm back.